What's going on, guys? This is Rob, and welcome back to Top 5 Tuesday, a weekly series where we count down the top 5 characters, teams, and concepts from across geek culture. And this week, we're counting down my top 5 favorite moments from the history of Dragon Ball Z. Number 5. KAIO-KEN vs. GALLICK gun. So initially, Vegeta's arrival came out of his desire to capture the Dragon Balls on Earth and wish for immortality. Originally depicted as brash, arrogant, and extremely proud, Vegeta's first fight with Goku was as much about good versus evil as it was about the prince versus the pauper. While Vegeta viewed himself as the prince of the Saiyans despite the fact that the race was all but extinct, his desire for power arose from expectation rather than need. On the other hand, Goku had spent his entire life training, making friends, and facing wildly difficult enemies relative to his own strength. Furthermore, because his training and understanding of the world stemmed from his wise but now deceased grandpa Gohan, Goku's strength lies in the fact that he desires to prove his worth as a warrior, but also protect those around them. With these polar sentiments clashing during the Saiyan saga of Dragon Ball Z, the resulting battle between Goku and Vegeta gives us a desperate attempt for each individual to overcome the other. Goku uses his KAIO-KEN maneuver in conjunction with the Kamehameha wave to overpower Vegeta's GALLICK gun attack, with Goku proving to be victorious in their initial scuffle. Number 4. Goku's teleportation Kamehameha. So the Cell Saga was known for a lot of different things: the introduction of Mr. Satan, Krillin falling in love with an android, and Goku pulling off the greatest maneuver in the history of the world. During the Cell games, with Goku and Cell starting off the tournament to determine the fate of the world, Goku took to the skies and prepared to launch the Kamehameha. With everyone watching, the fear was that Goku would make a dumb decision and blow up the planet. Right at the last moment though, Goku teleports in front of Cell and launches the Kamehameha, blowing off the top of his body. While Cell would go on to regenerate himself, this maneuver gave us the idea that Goku is a fighter of many talents and is able to use his creativity in conjunction with his abilities to produce some spectacular effects. Number 3. Vegeta's final flash. So we're back with Cell again, but this time we're switching over to Vegeta. And prior to the start of the Cell games and immediately following Cell's absorption of Android 18 giving him his perfect form, Vegeta pulled out all the stops in an effort to blow him up. After reaching his ascended Super Saiyan form and mustering everything he had, he spent 2 episodes pulling all of his energy together and fired it off into a single blast that blew off the top of Cell's body. What made this scene so cool was that in truth, I think Vegeta recognized that he was at fault for Cell reaching his perfect form. To be honest here, it was Vegeta's arrogance that allowed this to happen. Cell preyed on Vegeta's desire to fight as a true warrior and goaded Vegeta into allowing him to absorb Android 18. And so I always felt like Vegeta's final flash was an act of desperation after he realized his mistake and the fact that he had essentially guaranteed the destruction of the world. Number 2. Vegeta's speech to Goku. So this was an emotional moment as much as anything else. Following the death of Vegeta at the hands of Frieza, allowing Goku to take center stage, this scene was so awesome because it was the moment that Goku stepped into his heritage of the Saiyan race. And while he may have continued to consider himself an Earthling, he came to the realization that to defeat Frieza wasn't just about saving Earth, his friends, or the universe. It was also about avenging a race of warriors pushed to the brink of extinction. In addition to this, it gave us a glimpse into how Vegeta viewed both his Saiyan heritage and Goku, in that to him, it was more about the pride of their race, the greatness of what they could have become, and keeping that perspective alive. If Goku had died during his fight with Frieza or in some capacity walked away from his Saiyan history, it would have meant that the Saiyan race was truly dead. Number 1. Gohan turns Super Saiyan. So I always felt like Gohan turning Super Saiyan was my favorite moment in the whole series. The reason why was a combination of a bunch of different things. The music, the moment, Goku saying that the power comes in response to a need, not a desire, all of it came together to make this amazing moment that had Gohan reaching back to his history throughout DBZ and realizing that when it came down to crucial moments, his fear always won out. For Gohan, this was a turning point and marked his transition from someone who depended on his friends to bail him out to someone who could deal with his own situations. In truth, it was a rite of passage. With the Saiyan saga, Gohan ran off when he was supposed to help defeat Nappa, resulting in the deaths of his friends. In the Namek saga, his fear kept him from tapping into his true abilities and allowed the Ginyu Force to overwhelm himself and his friends. And so pushing all of it aside and realizing that the world was quite truly depending on his success, Gohan smashed through the barrier and became a Super Saiyan. With that being said, we're going to bring this video to an end, and let me know what other top 5 Dragon Ball Z moments you guys would wish for me to cover. And I will catch you guys later. Peace.